One of the reasons why spiritual things don't work for you is sometimes you hear people saying, oh, let me see if I can borrow to buy it. It is very wrong. You don't borrow money to buy spiritual things that you want to use yourself. Instead, be patient. Anytime you have the money, you buy it. Most times when you borrow money to buy spiritual things, now I'm not talking about borrowing from bank. That one is entirely different. I'm not talking about borrowing from the thrift collectors, those people that do a job, no. But I'm talking of you going to borrow from an individual and then buy a spiritual product that you want to use on yourself. No, it is wrong for you to borrow money to buy spiritual products. Most times when you borrow money to buy spiritual products, you hear the persons may say, oh, after using it, oh, it didn't work for me. No, it will not work because you borrowed that money to buy it. It is absolutely very, very wrong. Now, if you borrow money to buy spiritual products, sometimes it will go and be working for the person. That is, if you borrow it from an individual, like, oh, let me borrow from my friend, let me borrow from my neighbor. No, please don't borrow money to buy spiritual things. Instead, now you know as they do you understand what I'm trying to say. If na pure water you want sell the pure water, get money, buy whatever you want to buy. You understand? If na say you want carry bricklayer, now your future will they talk about. So we know it is God that shows mercy. But if na say you want to do bricklayer, do them for 2-3 days. Get the money you need, buy your spiritual product. It is wrong for you to borrow money to buy a spiritual product. Sometimes, most times, it will not work for the person. Trust me. Ask the people that have borrowed before to buy spiritual products. Ask them how far at the end of the day. I decided to make this video because I get such comments. Okay, I don't have money, I'll get back to you. Let me see if I can borrow. No. I have someone that came today again and say, let me see if I can borrow. So I told him categorically, I will not because of money not tell you the truth. I told him categorically, please do not borrow. Do not borrow money to come and buy spiritual product from me. No. Except if you do not open your mouth to tell me that you want to borrow, I will tell you not to borrow. Except you are borrowing from the bank, that one is okay. You understand? That's a financial institution. You understand? So please do not borrow money from anyone to purchase a spiritual product. If you really want it to work for you by the grace of God, we know it's God that shows mercy, God that shows us favor, mercy, and all that. But there is room to some things. Just like it is wrong for you, what I mean wrong, when you go to the market to price spiritual items you want to use to prepare spiritual thing. Like what I'm trying to say, maybe you want to buy coconuts, for example, to use it to make a spiritual item. When they tell you it's 500, please do not price it. Sorry, I'm outside. Instead, if there's a way you can categorically say, or maybe say, oh, I have 400 with me, then you leave. If the person say come and take it, is a different thing. That way you know that you did not price it. But when they tell you, oh, this coconut is 500, and you know that you want to use it for spiritual thing, and you're not pricing it, can I pay 200, can I pay it? It's not actually good. Let me be sincere with you. You don't price spiritual things. You don't find a way around, or even if it's the prepared one you want to buy from someone, or you just tell the person, oh, this is what I have, this is my capacity, this is what I can afford. Then allow the person to tell you, okay, come and have it. I'm talking about the already prepared ones like the soap and all that, for example. Allow the person to tell you, okay, you can have it. If it's not okay by the person, that's okay. But to start pricing, why will you be selling this thing so amount? It's costly. If you can't afford it, just leave. You understand? It's costly. Won't you sell it to me 2 naira? Won't you sell it to me 3 naira? No. Stop pricing spiritual items. Nature has a spirit of its own. You understand? Nature has a spirit of its own. So even we that are we that are making the product, buying the product, we don't price. That's why sometimes when they tell me the way things are increasing, when they tell me the price, it will just pay me for mine, but I will swallow it because I cannot price. I just have to buy it at whatever price the person says it is. So please, these two things is very important when you're using spiritual items. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.